Ree, Norma Ree, Norma Ree, Ree, Ree. Thank you, dearly beloved. We are gathered here today to mourn the ones that we have lost. The two super internet mega dank comedians with the dank terabyte dank lord meme dank hard drive of dank. Drew and Shane will forever be remembered as a legacy. Their institution of the humorly retarded and the retardedly not funny will forever be remembered at all times. I'm glad all of you are here to join me. You there, King Dingo, Rattlesnake Hank, DJ Schlammercunt, Butter, the DNN Weather Slut, and a horde of other people that we will get to later. For the list is long, and the day is short, and this is mildly a waste of time. If we could please call King Dingo up to the altar to say a few kind and retarded words for our dearly departed and totally not worth talking about. King Dingo. Yeah, I knew those two better than I knew my own sons. And as you all know, I don't have any sons, because they're dead. I killed them too. So it's kind of a coincidence that they're dead, and I'm currently under the investigation by the FBI, and my lawyer actually told me not to, come up here and say anything. But I love those guys. I made out with both of them twice, around a fire. While we were wrestling dingoes, we were all slippery, we were high, we were drunk, we were having a great time, we all had white shirts on, khaki shorts, it was a good time, and
yes, bitch!
Wow. So, it was, I love those guys, they were me mates, I will forever remember them, and best of luck to you two. Yes, thank you, King Dingo. Those were some kind words. Very stupid of you to come up here and totally not listen to your lawyer in any way, shape, or form. You're a ridiculous man with your khaki shorts and your Jurassic Park t-shirt with the sleeves cut off and the weird hat and the Velociraptor tattoo on your right shoulder. You're going to hell for that. Okay, up next, if I could have Rattlesnake Hank. Rattlesnake Hank was known for bringing a horde of rattlesnakes to the podcast for episode 10, the extravaganza. He shot Andrew, Drew as everybody else knows him, in the cock with a rock salt and a shotgun, and lost, and then regained his wife Leggy, who now has more tits than she started out with. Rattlesnake Hank, if we could call you up, please.
Hand me the trifold funeral announcement, and I will read a little bit. I didn't really know these boys too well. I never really knew the one. The Shane fella, he seemed pretty cool. I did have to deal with the Drew, real fucking asshole.
Watch the language.
Ooh, short mother.
You're a bitch.
Ooh, that's a short one. Fuck you. Drew's just a real piece of shit. He killed my wife, Leggy. Gave me strep throat. I don't know how that happened. I raised rattlesnakes for over 45 years and sold them for the last 10. Like my father before me, he raised rattlesnakes. His father raised rattlesnakes. And like I told Drew before, my great-great-grandfather, he raised cattle. He was a millionaire. We deviated highly. But if you'll take a look behind the tombstone, you'll see a rattlesnake-skinned tractor trailer. Oh, sorry, I'm getting so choked up about these boys. I didn't really know that. Sorry. Oh, I'm a businessman. There's a whole tractor trailer just full of them snake boots. I tell you what, I won't even charge for them. You can just have them. I don't need them. Just take them snake. Who's up next? Who's got their hand up? You German Nazi piece of shit, get up here, dude.
And as Rattlesnake Hank is implying, is DJ Schlammercunt is up next. DJ, will you please approach the podium, please? Yes, I'm DJ Schlammercunt, yeah, that is my full name. I'm glad you guys have prepared the orange juice for me up here, for my throat is getting very parched. I never met the Drew fella. I was told he was little faggot by some person. I'm not really sure who, so I was very misfortunate upon meeting him. But I did have the terrific privilege of meeting Shane. I believe I am saying that right. And all I could really remember in that sweaty nightclub with all those naked homosexuals that were around me, and all of the Lederhosen and Bratwurst and all of the other German stereotypes that were there, that all I could remember was just looking out into the sea of madness and techno and beat noises, and my schlong beating against my meat sack was this beautiful man not bouncing up and down on his pogo stick, which later he bounced up and down on the pogo stick, let me tell you, after he bought all of the drugs from me. But yes, I just remember staring deeply into those large, sexy hands and just wanting them to just go around my throat and just sort of take me to a happy place, if you know what I mean. I understand this sacred place, I'm sorry. But, yes, I will miss Shane very much. I will not miss Drew at all because I was never able to actually meet him in a naked session. So that's all I have prepared for today, aside from the sick techno music that you hear playing behind me. So, you know, there's that going for me as well. Yes, thank you, DJ Schlammercunt. Up next, it appears to be an Umbutta. And it appears that he has brought with him 7,000 tarantulas, tarantulas, as I'm being corrected. They all appear to be wearing little tuxedos. The female ones appear to be wearing black blouses and have black veils over their thousand-eyed heads, so that they will be able to mourn the loss of Drew and Shane much better. Without further ado, Umbutta, please come up and say a few words. You knew them better than anyone could. Thank you, weird-ass man that touches the kids in the back! I'm glad all of you came here to see me! My name is Umbutu, not this Umbutta that everybody claims! I have rode here on my dead horse all the way from the cave of Minnesota, where you guys have taken me from! I am glad Shane and Drew are dead, for now my soul can rest easy in the pits of the cave of Minnesota and hell that I came from! Also, since you all are here, I have decided to come out. What a better place and time to come out to everyone. I will become woman now. My woman will be huge vagina, engulfing everyone that is around me. I will be walking succubi, whatever that means. And I will then take this clone for my husband, for I have huge vagina for huge hands to fit inside of. Now, if you will all excuse me, I am selling foot bracelets that I have made out of string cheese for all of you. Please buy for $24.99. 35 payments for 1 box of mozzarella. Okay, bye. I ride off in the sunset on my dead horse. Thank you, Umbutta. Clearly a beautiful thing to say about glad that they are dead. We are all not. Up next we have the DNN weather slut who brought forth the news in the very sad and trying times of the news report that came out for episode 10, which we are sure that all of you loved and were totally not trolled about. So here is the weather girl from DNN. Jeez. Yeah, DNN sent me here to represent them, which was a great idea on their part. It looks like we have some pretty good weather, except it appears it's going to be really wet later, with all the rain and the tears that you guys have. And oh my god, I just spilt this red fucking pesto sauce all over this white shirt. Let me just take that off. Oh, whoops, am I not wearing a bra? I never even met Drew or Shane, but I can only assume that they were just two hung guys, and that I would totally love to, you know, have them yell at me like, hey, daddy's gonna use you and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than that it's gonna be hot as fuck later this week, and that you guys are all gonna be in for a huge treat when this huge fucking tornado comes over to your house and fucking sucks all of you up. Holy and downright majestic. DNN weather slut. We will all totally stay seated after you said that beautiful poem. Up next, we have...
Jon Snow has a boner! Yeah, look at that thing! Look at it, so small!
No, it's totally huge and not small at all. You guys shut the fuck up. I mean, that's enough. Take it easy. Anyway, it appears that Shane's wife is here, and she looks to be wearing a bright red dress, and it looks like she totally doesn't care at all that Shane is dead. Here's Shane's wife, widow.
Oh wow, such a big turnout for my loving husband Shane. Oh, I'm so glad he had lots of friends and clones. It's real good to see everyone from DNN come out. It's not so often you see fake news just come out like that. Just real good. What can I say about the guys? They both hit it and quit it. I tell you that right now, Drew quit it before he even hit it. He hit it and quit it, and he quit it, and then he hit it again, and now he's retired. And Shane, what can I say about Shane? He was in we were having a washing machine fetish, and I was dumping loads on him just like I told the cops, and he was flopping around, and I just kept dumping loads on him, and, because I could take a lot of loads. I'm a good woman, and, he's a real son of a bitch to leave me like this alone, with no one but his piece of shit clone. Cough, cough. God damn it, I'm gonna miss that man, and, I guess I'll finally be able to exhume his corpse and have sex with it after that German Nazi or whatever he is, and, I just wanted to say that I really loved him. I don't even mind at all that he used to chain me up to the basement. This is too much. This is too much. D-Ball, I see you in the audience. D-Ball, get up here.
It appears as though we have motioned to D-Ball several times. We laid a series of Reese's peanut butter cup snacks that are shaped like Skittles all the way up to the altar, but it appears D-Ball refuses to stand near an altar because he said he'll burn or something. So, I mean, we can't do that, as it appears that in the Bible instructional video that a portal to hell actually cannot open near an altar in any way, shape, or dimensional form. So with that, D-Ball, we will have to skip you. You look mildly sad, but a little bit relieved for some reason. All right, it appears that up next, as we mentioned earlier in the program, more groups that saw and interacted with Shane and Drew would be here later. One of those groups of people is Mimes. Drew, I don't know why I keep referring to him as Andrew. Everybody knows him as Drew. He loved mimes. He had sex with every mime that was on that set. It was over 1,000 mimes. He got over 1,000 invisible hand jobs and gave over 2,000 invisible blowjobs. It was quite the sight. It was a beautiful day at sea, sir, as the folk in the Navy say, wash the poop deck. Shane, on the other hand, hated all of the mimes. He often referred to them as sand douches, toweling pieces of amphibious shit, bacteria, amoebas, phallic proteuses that existed and then he wished wouldn't exist. He thought of them as almost something as small as atoms, but not usually. And he actually went to an engineering school, Northern Michigan school, I assume, which is a Ivy League school, to learn engineering, to learn how to destroy atoms, so that way he could further kill mimes better. Up next, it appears that we have Shane's neighbor. What do you have to say?
Oh, good. I'm glad I was able to get a turn and say a nice thing for Shane. He was a good man, and I'm gonna miss him. He used to come over to my house, and I would sort of give him a drink with a little fizzy inside of it, and then he would pass out in my living room, and I would sort of drag him downstairs into the dungeon and turn on all the red lights and turn all the other colored lights off and sort of start jerking him off real hard, and then he would just sort of wake up from it, and I'd beat him in the head with an anvil, and then I used to blacksmith in my backyard and make a bunch of metal sex toys that were really sharp because I wasn't very good at softening them up. And hey, what are you doing? Get away from me!
It's a very telling thing to say, and you're a beautiful man, and we're all glad you were here to share.
Put it back on! Let him finish!
You guys want him to finish?
Yes! No! Yeah, put him on, bitch!
Oh, okay, I guess I can do that.
Good, I can finish my tale. So I was really bad at sharpening sharp dildo-shaped objects because I didn't have a grinder. I just had a cutting stone. So I would beat the cutting stone down and melt it into a huge vat and turn it into a big mold and make a Shane metal clone that I've kept in my basement and fucked with a huge fleshlight inside of it until I would pass out and wake up, and then I would let him go outside after using my Men in Black clone and I would sort of wipe out his memory. Oh, it was good. And then sometimes he would come over and I would just give him huge jars of mayo that he could eat, but it wasn't wink, Hey, what are you doing?
That was too much! Yes! What's wrong with you? Oh my god! There's children here!
Seriously, you guys gotta knock that off, bring it back.
Yes, I quite have to agree that was a little much. I've heard worse. Up next, it appears to be John Snur. I don't want to say the correct name, as it would be copyright infringement. But
King of the North! King of the North!
all of you can totally infer who I am talking about.
The King of the North! The King of the North! King of the North! Get up there, King of the North! King of the North! Get up there! Get your ass up there! Hey, before he goes up there, we gotta do our thing, remember? We take our hats off! Yep, take my hats off! And button up your shirt! Yep, button up my shirt! I button mine down! I'll raise my right thumb! Oh, and twiddle your ass! I'm twiddling it! Twiddle your ass! Twiddle up there! Ready to do it! Oh, we're gonna do it! Get 1, 2, 3! King of the North! King of the North!
Alright, that's enough. Take it back. Otherwise we're gonna end up breaking character and that's gonna be very bad. Okay, this morning, and yesterday and 3 days ago I received a raven. I received 2 ravens and a pelican. A pelican was taped to a raven, it was quite nice. I ate all of the ravens that showed up and gained their messages even though they weren't carrying any. I learned that Drew and Shane both died in a tragic car accident, but that was wrong. That was what the first raven said, so I had the other ravens kill it. After that, I learned that they were killed by none other than Amy Schumer and a washing machine, and that's a horrible way to die. Wish I should know a whole lot about dying because I've already died once. Oh, boom! Spoiler! Alright, bring it back. That's enough. Take it easy. So, yeah, I love both of those men like brothers and sisters and cousins and people I've never even met before, and aunts that I don't even know are my aunts, and aunts that crawl around on the ground and get little pieces of bread that I drop on the floor, that are killed by ravens because I command it, because I'm the Raven King and I kill everything with ravens. I've gotten all of you a raven.
King of the North! King of the North!
I've gotten all of you a raven. That's enough, guys. Take it easy. I've given every single one of you a raven. On each wing of the raven, I've glued a picture of Shane on one arm and Drew on the other arm. So that way, whenever you send messages to each other, you'll know that they're funny because Drew sent them and Shane sent them. And haha, very funny. Right? Picking up what I'm putting down? You guys picking it up? Alright, come on, bring it back. Bring it back, John. Bring it in. So, yes, I'm glad all of you guys were able to come out here and see me one last time. Hopefully we don't beat this joke into the ground. That would be a terrible thing to do. And, yeah, that's it for me. I'm John out.
Alright, that was a lovely presentation, John Snur. We're glad all of you could make it out here for a lovely program. It looks like it's a beautiful day, and hopefully there'll be that tornado later up in my room in the hotel at room 205B on the 3rd floor on the right-hand side by the yellow Lincoln with the tinted windows. Anyway, I'm going to take us out with a parable from Drew and Shane. As you know, Drew and Shane started their own religion because they were mega super comedians that were totally dank and totally beast mode with all their beastly dank Lord Meme level terabyte meme hard drive that was dank. Reading now from Shane, actually. Shane, chapter 49, verse 41, version 41b, the highlighted version. There's two versions. One of them is highlighted. I'm reading from the highlighted one. Shane writes, and he's quoting Drew here. Wow, dying is totally badass, and badassery is only measured by how much you totally died, which if you die a lot is totally badass, because everyone who dies is badass. Alright, and with that, I'm calling up Shane, version 2.0. Shane had a clone made of himself in case of this very accident of being killed in a washing machine. It was very specifically written in his will that if he should die in a washing machine related laundry style sex accident, that a Shane 2.0 would be conceived in his honor. And we also have Drew walking up here as well, version 2.08, because the first 0.01 through 0.07 were all totally gay and totally unfunny. And they finally got the equation just right. And he looks mildly funny. Hopefully he's funnier than the previous Drew, who was totally a piece of shit and is totally not voice acting right now. So with that, I will bring both of them up, and they will have a few words to say about their former Drew and Shane selves. They are now Drew and Shane impersonating Drew and Shane impersonators. Drew and Shane impersonators, you're up.
Well, thanks. I'm Shane too. Totally not ripping off Cashing In with their TJ Miller impersonate. Wow, he really fell off with the Emoji Movie.
Seriously.
Yowza.
Yep. And if you guys couldn't tell by this voice, this is Drew 2.08. Wow.
Ooh, hypey.
Hypey.
Ooh. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the funeral.
Yes.
Funerals.
What a waste of time.
Yeah, worst place to queef?
Serious.
Question mark. Bet you guys never heard queef and funeral in the same sentence before.
Bam!
But boom,
Bam!
Season 2 is here.
Bam! King
We
of
are
the
here.
North. King of the North.
Ooh, man, a lot
Hell
of
yeah.
frowny faces here for a funy.
Yeah.
Am I right, bruh?
You're right, bruh.
But Shane version 1. I was created specifically in case Shane version 1 died in a washing machine fetish related accident.
Yep.
I'm not the guy who was created in case he died in a dresser fetish related accident.
Seriously.
I'm just and I didn't really know the guy. I got all his memories and
Yep.
ding dong and
Yep.
his doings.
Yep.
But
See, and here's the thing that most people don't know. Versions 0.01 through 0.07 were all trained assassins to go find and kill Amy Schumer, who is totally not funny.
There's definitely at least 16 other clones of us that I know about.
Yeah.
The most badass ones are the cowboy ones.
Yep.
They're pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, they have those cool rattlesnake boots that Rattlesnake Hank made. He's got a whole dozen of them out there. I've gotten 13 of them.
That and the ones that they spliced half with
kangaroo pouches and Wolverine backs.
with who's that guy that plays Thor? Liam
deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's who the half.
Neil deGrasse Leeson.
Yeah,
You're saying it wrong.
The half Liam deGrasse Tyson Neeson.
Yeah.
The half Liam deGrasse Tyson.
Half Liam
Neeson.
deGrasse Tyson Leatham.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
The half one of those are the real badasses.
Yeah, seriously.
But the secret's out. You may have caught on
Yep.
when brother Shane and Prestige 10 now,
Yep.
level 23.
Yep.
Orgon.
Yeah.
Drew.
An Ulamorg, as they say in the upper north.
In the
Northern Star.
What we'll call as the religion.
Yeah.
You may have noticed that they recorded that when so there were some cliffhangers and not worth it.
Yeah, there
And
was.
that kind of gave it away that the clones had to come out.
Yeah, they did.
We had to come out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
We've been living in a closet for. It was a little closet.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
It's not as nice as the studio, which we have now taken back. We've actually kicked out all of the students, and we've taken our studio back by force. We fucking pushed them all out. They have loans out the ass. They're basically just paying us money now to make the pod. It's great. It's fantastic.
Take that, Bernie Sanders.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Woo! Fuck the unfunny.
Wow.
We don't give a shit about them.
Nope.
Ooh, everyone's leaving the funeral. We're gonna... Season 2 of Not Worth It is here, folks.
Yep.
Version 2 of Shane, and
2.08 of Drew.
we're here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna kick it off.
We've got your back and your front and your feet and your feet. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Where's that weather girl at?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, shit. All right.
Let's get this pod moving.
We're gonna kick it off with a new segment called Question.
Question.
Ooh, listen to that song. Ooh, that's a nice little song.
That's a
It's fans might remember it from opinion on opinion, but it's a little different.
Yeah, if you listen really really
If you have a musician's ear or an eagle ear,
Yeah.
as we like to say in the business,
or a backgammon player's ear. Yeah, you will totally be able to hear.
You'll catch it.
Yeah, you'll hear it for sure.
you'll catch that little difference in the
Yep,
song.
it's very subtle.
Question 1.
Ooh, I love those.
Worst guy your daughter could bring home?
Question mark. If it... What kind of... So we're allowed to
Ferret
say
guy?
We're allowed to say guy in this thing?
Yeah, no.
In this... I'm picturing a guy that looks exactly like John Travolta with a leather jacket with the fucking collar popped. He's got pink gloves on, and he's got rattlesnake boots on, and he drives a convertible Ford Explorer. You see that fucking asshole driving up to your house, and my God, if I had a daughter, I would just kill her right on the spot.
That's some good parenting right there. I don't want my daughter to bring home any guy who drives a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my daughter to bring home any guy with a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Or a face tattoo.
Yeah.
Any guy who I've seen in
Would
pornography.
you be fine with a scalp tattoo, but he had his hair grown out, so you didn't know it was there?
Hank Hill?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Why? Because he's a stand-up guy, and we all know
He did
has
some stand-up comedy.
Yeah, he has an SS tattoo on the back of his head, and he's got
I don't
hair
think that's accurate.
grown out
I
over the
hear
top
ya.
of it. Yeah.
I don't want a ferret-having guy. My daughter to bring home a ferret guy. I don't want my daughter...
What about a furry? Like, he comes over in a mascot suit, and he's dressed up like fucking Dinger from the Rockies fucking...
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, you're cool with a furry?
A furry? Yeah, that's fine.
I think there's different categories, because I think a furry is just somebody who likes furries, and there's like a furrier who is a furry.
I don't want my daughter to bring home a guy who, is working on a screenplay.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Like, he's always in Starbucks typing,
He's always
expecting him
typing.
to watch you type. Like, we have to see him work.
I don't want my daughter to bring home a guy who's working on an EP.
Yeah, seriously.
Absolutely not.
Not even a good one, either. Like, even if it was... What if it was really good?
No.
No? What if it was
There's no
really
really good.
shitty?
Ooh. No.
No.
I mean, what kind of EP? What's a good EP? Name one.
Nothing comes to mind, actually.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. A guy who wears boat shoes.
boat shoes?
Yeah, you're clearly caught up with fashion.
No.
Go ahead and go home and Google boat shoes, and you'll be like, yeah, not that guy. I see you Googling it right now, so I'm gonna move on to I don't want my daughter to bring home a guy who has cats. I'm sorry, guys who have cats. I know some cool dudes who have cats. I just can't trust you.
Oh, you mean moccasins, like Indian people. I hear you, because then they bring over their...
The snakes, the water moccasins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I'm hearing you through these digital clone ears.
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and move on. Where's my sexy iPhone calendar?
Question mark. Wow, we're getting really good at that. And this is only episode
We've
1.
only known each other for 3 hours.
I know.
Ooh,
I don't even know what the
got
question was.
I still got clone jelly in my pants.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's my bad, dude. Bring it up top. Up top.
Ooh, wet.
Down low. Not that low.
Oh, clone jelly in my hand. Gross. Are you a guy who has a sexy calendar just hanging out?
No, I'm not a sexy calendar kind of guy.
Not a sexy calendar connoisseur?
No, I sort of... I kind of internalize it. If I see a calendar, I'll just sort of associate a half-naked chick with it. I don't need
Or
to
a
be,
half-naked fireman.
Yeah, or a half-naked fireman. It depends on the day. Or a half-naked, like, tentacle person from various Hentanesian descent of some
Absolutely.
kind. So, I mean, if I had like an iPhone calendar, like a nudie calendar, it would have to be like cartoon characters of sometimes, like The Simpsons,
Fucking each other, I hear you.
Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, Ren and Stimpy.
How is that one sexy?
I mean, the internet is good at fixing that.
I hear you loud and clear. You know,
That's from my clone mouth. It's putting out those radio signals nice and clear. Turn up that dial. I'm getting to
cash
steal it.
left.
I'm stealing it. Get wrecked.
go full cash levy. Turn up the sound and stomp on the trademark. All right. Come up in half an hour. Maybe I'll call trademark sued. All right. Those jokes are only funny if you listen to Cashing In with TJ Miller, which is still a great podcast despite the Emoji Movie.
Yeah,
Jesus
seriously.
Christ.
Hashtag 6%.
Hashtag getting wrecked by the critics.
Yeah.
Hashtag I've never achieved anything in my life, so what am I doing talking shit to TJ Miller? All right.
Get wrecked.
You know, I like a good sexy calendar, and especially if I like worked in a garage, I would have the most disgusting calendar ever. Just like a close up on the bat wings, just like a splayed vagina, like
Yeah.
you know, like a wall, like a good foot and a half. Like,
Yep.
hey, hand me that wrench. It's right under the pussy calendar.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's right under the Clitosaurus, thesaurus dictionary that I got over there. And,
Just the most pornographic.
you know, they
of
do
calendars.
have those, though.
What?
They have, like, naked calendars at my work all the time. Like, I'll sort of walk over, and there's this old geezer guy named Max with a white mustache.
He sounds dope.
He's always like, hey, what's up, meatball? You know, shit like that.
John Snur, I hear
He's
you.
like, hey, what's up, peckerhead? Like, he has all these weird, like, old 70s, like, fucking,
Like bitch and cunt.
yeah, bad words that he calls people.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll sort of walk up and be like, hey, meatball, you want to go fucking hand me that screwdriver out of that drawer over there? And I'll go walk over there, and there's Lydia, and she's all just fucking spread eagle, and I know that it's the 29th. Because,
All right.
because Lydia decreed it so with her cooter. Her cooter points directly to the date at all times.
I won't even acknowledge a calendar's existence if there's not a vagina and two breasts and it's not covered in some sort of motor oil
Yep.
or brake asbestos
Brake dust, yeah.
Yeah, I won't even... There's no calendar there, sir.
Nope.
That's why when I scroll over to my iPhone calendar, I'm like, the fuck is this?
What are all these numbers here?
I need a disgusting, both by society standards and disgusting by like that calendar
By
is
like OSHA standards.
yeah,
Yeah,
by
I hear you.
OSHA standard. Yeah, so I guess a dirty fireman's calendar would do the same thing.
Yeah, it would have the same effect. Most scientists and
Spectrum.
paleontologists
Bill Nye.
have figured that out.
Nasolologist.
Yeah.
Snapchat pornosaurs.
Yep.
That's original.
Yep.
Question 4. What car part would you like your lady love to identify as?
Ooh, question mark.
Question mark.
Wow, that's a good one, and that's a good segue as we segued out of Greasy magazine
Into greasy car parts.
Into greasy car parts. What do you got? What do you got?
You know, would you like your bae to be a hood? You know, she really opens up to you. You know, emotionally.
I mean,
and physically.
you could always lick her hood. That is a sexual reference.
Oh, anatomy on. Remember when our clones used to have radio stations for each show?
Yes,
Anatomy on 1085, the unoriginal podcast.
Ooh, all right,
All
And,
right. You know,
I think if I had to pick one, she would have to be either an upper radiator hose or an outer tie rod, just sort of full of just salt and mag chloride and all kinds of this shitty road grime. Because I just love
Gay
a
is salty
dirty.
AF.
I love a dirty bitch. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
you know, I like the hood because you know, they really open up to you emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a chick identifying as a speedometer.
Yep. Or a drink holster.
She could
I
either
hear
be
ya.
100 or she could slow down. You know, she could take life however she wants.
Yep.
A drink holster?
Yeah.
She's either full of my cold or full of my hot. I
Or
don't-
full of your change. I don't know. That bitch likes your money, Shane. That's how it is. Boom, get wrecked. I picture my woman. I picture my woman as like a third brake light that's out that just doesn't work, but you know she's there. You know, one of those like 6 out of 10s that you look from far away and it looks like it's hot, but you get closer and you realize that the bulb is burned out. You know what I mean? Just
I think as you get older, you'll sort of think of your significant other as the back seat of the car.
Yeah, or a hood latch.
You're never going to use it, but you need it for your kids. Shout out wives. All right, moving on. Question number 5. Bumper cars? Time to bump it up? Question mark?
Question mark? I missed my mark. Oh!
Oh, good!
Oh, good!
Oh, nope.
Get out of that.
That's enough.
Back that up. Yes, get out of there.
Back that shit up onto me. I've totally touched female genitalia.
Yeah, totally back that ass up. I love that song. I play it every time I do it, which is a lot. Alright, I need to...
Alright.
Yeah, get out of here, Jon Snow. Jesus Christ. Or Snur, excuse
King
me.
of the North!
King of the North!
So what do you think? Bumper cars? Time to bump it up? Question mark?
I think that bumper cars should be taken to the next level. I think that they need to have weapons installed on them. I want samurai swords at the ready. I want lightsabers, 50 cal machine guns, 120 cal or millimeter missile launchers, that weird weapon from Independence Day from that spaceship that blew up the White House.
The documentary?
Yeah, the docu franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they need to step it up. I think that they need to take it maybe multiple levels.
I feel like they could definitely take a page from Mad Max.
Yeah.
You know?
With the war rig and shit like that.
Notice me, senpai, you know?
Yeah.
Or witness me.
Yeah, witness you.
me.
Ooh,
yeah.
Do that thing with your fingers and huff a whole bunch of silver paint.
Took a sip of my slushy.
I think that they need to have multiple floors. I think that there should be like drifting competitions, like in Fast and Furious movies.
Fast of Need for Speed.
Fast
Furious.
of
8.
Furiously speeding movies. I hear you.
Need for Fate.
Yep.
Paul
Cumber
Walker,
Smash.
I
Yeah, I hear you. So I think that if they had multiple floors, you could sort of dive bomb on your opponent and sort of crash into them.
Japanese.
Like an aerial
Japanese bumper
suicide.
cars.
Yeah, exactly.
1940s Japanese military bumper cars is what you're driving at here.
And everybody can have their country represent. Maybe they'll take it to an Olympic level. Sort of build your own bumper car on an Olympic stage. We got Austria going up against Poland. That'll be a good rematch.
Poland's tight as fuck. I got my money on. Poland used to be the butt of a lot of jokes, but they're kind of the only European country that's making sense to me right now. Ooh, shout out politics.
Damn, I'm not even touching that with a 1.5-inch pole.
Shout out Mbutu's penis.
He doesn't have one anymore. He has the biggest vagina you ever heard of.
It's strong. Oh,
Jesus. But I think we need more floors. We need more weapons. We need refueling stations like NASCAR. We need... What am I missing here? I'm missing one thing. We need naked women inside of them, just sort of flailing about in the air, whipping their tits back and forth, and their hair back and forth, and their ass back and forth, and their, back
that thing up and then move it on forth, girl.
Yeah,
I heard that rap song.
Hell yeah.
Back it up and then move it back out.
That's a sick EP you got right there.
Shout out failing musician from our friends Shane 1 and Andrew 1.
Yeah.
He was their friend, and he's dropping an EP here within the year.
Wow.
Hype is at 0, and after that announcement, hype is still at 0. Ooh. I think if you're doing bumper cars nowadays, I think the kids should have to text and bump.
Really?
They should have to text. All these pieces of shit people.
Do you drink and bump too? Drink and text and bump.
Holy fuck. That's a party game.
Can you Uber? Can you get an Uber bump to bump for you?
Ooh, like a tag team?
No, like it drives for you. Like you just sit in the back of the bumper car and get all shit-faced and send dick pics on your Snapchat porn arena and just have a a good gay old time.
I'm kind of finding out why whenever I'm like, let's take an Uber over there, and you're like, no thanks. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely banned from Uber for sexual reasons.
Yeah, I'm totally not banned from Uber at all.
Yeah, I think you should have to text. I think you should have to text and bump. Really prepare these kids. Because everyone's such a piece of shit about texting and driving. I think you might as well teach them while they're young. You
Yeah.
know? Ramp those fuckers up, give them like 10 horsepower engines,
Yep.
and let them text and bump and find out that you can get fucking hardcore
Do you remember
whiplash.
that when we were kids and we were driving at 7
Just
and 8?
40 years ago.
Yeah, and all we had were those CB radios, and we had to Morse code each other. Beep, beep, dash, beep, 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 dash, beep, beep, and you were sort of driving your 1956 Ford F-100 down the road, going 61 miles an hour, top speed, you know, and beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, and bam, you just sort of smack into the person in front of you. That's how you became a man back in the day.
I feel like you were a bad driver. Oh, the 50s. I remember growing up.
Yep, I remember those days, black and white. That was after I could see in all gray. So that was really
Ooh,
cool.
shout out references. Moving the show on into a brand new
new
segment.
Ooh.
Convictions.
Convictions!
Ooh, listen to that
I
song.
feel convicted. Shane, what's happening to me? What's happening?
You like it?
I'm getting
You like it?
Shane. I'm getting triggered. Shane.
Ooh, triggered.
I'm triggered.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, are you going to play the victim card?
Fuck no.
You know, being triggered and a victim gives you rights.
Does it?
Apparently.
Does it give me lefts?
You'll be on the left.
Ooh. Bring it on. Bring it in. Bring it in. I'm triggered right now.
All right, here.
Trigger me.
Conviction 1.
Conviction 1.
Carnivorous plants are just patient snakes.
Fuck yeah, they are. I was growing up, and for Halloween one year, my mom made me a snake costume. This is actually a true story. And I was a snake for Halloween, and I'd sort of walk up to people because I didn't know how to slither. I wasn't patient enough, and I'd sort of walk up to people's front doors and just stand there for a long time. I mean, like 30 minutes before I'd even ring a door.
What the fuck are you?
Yeah, and then other kids would come up and sort of knock on the door and get a candy apple that had a razor blade in it, and I was just sort of standing there, and they're like, "Wow, are you a carnivorous plant? You've been standing on my porch for over 4.5 hours.
Are you a future serial killer? You appear to have mental disabilities.
And I would go, "Yes, I'm a carnivorous plant," and everybody understood it at that point.
You know, I think fly-eating plants.
Yep.
What are those called?
Venus flytraps.
I think Venus flytraps are just snakes.
I love Jupiter flytraps too. Saturn flytraps.
Shout out Pluto flytraps. I think they're just snakes. They're deceiving us. I think the snakes could learn from them. Just hold your mouth open until a mouse crawls in it. How stupid are you?
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the snakes, maybe we might have to reopen that school for snakes. We'll build a school only for snakes to show up and learn how to be carnivorous plants and just fucking stand around with their mouths open, and we'll sort of just roll a bunch of dead beetles across the ground until one of them just lands in their mouth. That's how we'll train them. Pavlov. Am I right?
What? Wow, that was quite a tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love tangerines.
You went on a big ass tangerine right there. What day is this? Conviction 2!
Conviction 2!
What's your ideal purge? What people need to go? And I will fucking take point on this.
Point, Shane. Point.
I think people that get onto freeways
Yep.
and go an open freeway.
Yep.
And you
Tax
go,
free. Yep.
you're going 45 to get into an open lane where
Yep.
the speed limit is 65.
Yep.
I hate you. I fucking hate you, and I wish you would die.
Let it out, Shane.
God, you people are horrible. Did nobody teach you how to merge in your entire fucking worthless life? Fucking hate all of you people. Just go.
All right, my point. Point 2. Are you ready for this? You know who I fucking hate? People that walk up with their little mini cart, because there's regular sized carts apparently, and then they made mini carts, and they'll sort of fucking walk their mini cart up into the fucking local Krogs, as we all know, and
Go into
they'll
the
fucking
Kroger.
they'll park right in front of my fucking sandwich when I'm trying to get my fucking lunch, and I'll sort of walk up there and I'll just kind of stand there like, "Hey, you looking at the sandwiches too?" And they'll go, "No, I'm just looking at everything because I don't know what I want to eat." And I have to stand there 15 minutes even though I know what the fuck I want to eat, but they don't know what the fuck they want to eat even though they know what the fuck they want to eat. I'm triggered.
What a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, seriously. So I have to wait 15 minutes only for them to leave and then find out that whatever I wanted was gone. So now I have to stand there and do exactly the same thing they were doing, and now I feel like an asshole. I feel like I want to murder-suicide myself.
Ooh, reference.
Yeah.
Fuck people who text and drive.
Yeah.
Selfish pieces of shit.
Yep.
All of them. Fuck all of you.
Yes.
Hate you. And I hate people who don't know how to merge. If you're both, oh, sister.
You know who I fucking hate? I'm sorry to cut you off. I
Cut me
fucking
off.
hate homeless people with shitty signs that say give me money on them. All they say is anything helps. So I sort of drive up and I just say a joke. I say a knock knock joke. I say, hey, I got a good knock knock joke. Start me off. And they're like, okay, knock knock. And I'm like, okay, who's there? And they're like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know either. And I just
Gotcha, bitch!
I'll just drive away.
Get ready.
So I'll leave them with that little quandary for the rest of the day.
And most people will tell you, it's not the best decision. It might be kind of nice. I'm really stuttering.
Yeah, you are, and it's fine. You know what really pisses me off is when people leave.
No,
like,
cutting you off right now.
Four
No,
chips
no,
inside of
no,
a
no, no.
family-sized bag of chips pisses me off, Shane. Ah!
Rachel, he's talking about you, you dick. Okay, what I was gonna say. Fuck, I lost it. Fuck
Fine.
you.
So my other thing that pisses me off is when people use toilet paper and then they leave like one micro strand of toilet paper left on the roll and don't leave any toilet paper for the rest of anybody else. How the fuck was I supposed to wipe with that? So then I turn around and I grab a whole handful of tissue and I wipe with that instead. And it turns out tissue doesn't disintegrate in the water quite as good. And I plug up the toilet and I spend 3 hours unplugging a toilet.
Yeah, using the cardboard tube. I hear you. I hear you. I know what you're going through.
Did you come up with your thing yet?
No, you
You know what else
really.
pisses me off is when hosts come up with a question and get all triggered and then wonder what's going on and they can't remember their question, so I have to keep going on how to answer the question.
You know, I tried to cut you off, and you just blew right past me.
Oh, 180 miles an hour.
No breaks.
No brakes. Oh, I'm tired after that.
Conviction 3.
Conviction 3!
Babies are selfish.
Yes.
I think we've been over this a little bit, our clones.
Yeah.
But
They
man,
didn't cover it right.
they are not doing anything for the world.
Nope. For the
Take shit. That's all they do.
Yes, they
They're
do.
just taking shit. You'll never see a baby doing community service.
Nope.
You'll never see a baby feeding the poor.
Nope.
You'll never see a baby saving the whales.
Nope.
You'll never see a baby saving the Bengals.
Nope. Or a baby opening a public garden, like a community garden, and pulling all the weeds.
You'll never see a baby donating soup to a soup kitchen.
Nope, you'll never see a baby driving up to a homeless man and then saying a really shitty knock-knock joke and then just driving away and giving him, some great piece of advice. You'll never see that, ever. You'll see them digging in their pants and pulling out big pieces of shit and sort of rubbing them on the carpet and walking away giggling. You'll sort of see them walk up with a bunch of cereal in their hair and milk all over their...
Drunk assholes.
Yep.
All of them.
Pieces of shit. You'll see them walk up in boat shoes, and everybody will think that they're cute as fuck. They're not. They're taking pieces of shit.
Take.
They're the 1%, Shane.
Holy shit.
They don't pay taxes.
We've exposed a lot of things our clones have
Yep.
on this show.
But we have just
such as
busted
Big
the
Napkin.
biggest nut ever. And that is no joke. That babies don't pay taxes. They don't acknowledge that PETA exists.
They're living on the system.
Yes.
They're living on thousands of years of human evolution.
Hundreds of 50s of thousands of years.
Everyone knows that humans have evolved past needing to take care of their babies. Babies can take care of themselves.
Yeah.
That's clearly
As a
been
former
shown.
baby, I had a full-time job, I was
Same.
told. And, I raised other babies and taught them how to be better and stronger babies after they were just abandoned and left in a cave in Minnesota. And I would sort of rescue them and take them back to my place and have them do push-ups and Tai Chi.
And all you would drink was Super Baby Vitality, just exclusively.
So, I mean, babies are pieces of shit. They're literal pieces of shit.
They're just shit.
Yep.
They're just full of shit.
Yep. They don't even have armpit hair. How can you trust anybody without armpit hair?
Ooh, shout out
can't.
feminists. Apparently Andrew loves you. Ooh, they're triggered.
Yep.
Conviction 4!
Conviction 4!
Soup equals nap.
Yes.
99.9% of the time.
99,000% of the time out of
I'm
100%.
having soup. I'm having a fucking nap.
And you know what? If I'm in the middle of a nap, I will wake up out of a dead sleep. I will walk over and find soup and eat it.
What do you do if there's no soup in the house?
I didn't say that if it was in the house.
got a
I
damn-
just said I will find it. I will crawl into my neighbor's house and steal their soup, Shane.
You got Campbell's chunky gaydar going on. full on, you will find Victor Cruz's soup stash.
Yeah. No, and if I'm about to nap, I will suddenly get the overwhelming urge to just eat soup. I'll eat almost anything. I can eat a full course meal, turkey, crab legs, crabs, the other kind of crabs, mussels, weasel, coconut oil, chicken teriyaki. You're not stopping me. And
You know, once you get that hot soup belly,
yep,
you're done.
Yeah.
There goes the entire day.
Seriously.
You know, the god himself, Evan Breen,
Yeah.
once said that before eating a burrito, you must first, I'm remembering Evan Breen's tweets like it's a Bible verse, but before eating a burrito, you must first decide if you are done doing things for the day. And I second that with soup. Before eating soup, you must first decide if you are done doing things for the day. Because once you have some soup,
game over, baby.
yeah, it's couch lock.
Yep.
It's like smoking some indica.
Yep. Not a game.
Conviction 5!
Conviction 5!
White t-shirts? More like just fuck my shit up world.
Yep. Every time I have ever worn a white t-shirt, which is 3 times, I can remember each one very specifically fucked up.
I wore one once when I was 9 years old.
Yep.
Got it covered in mustard.
Really?
Yeah. Wore my wife beater. My white wife beater.
Yep.
As they were marketed.
Yep.
Covered it in mustard.
Wow.
Wrecked it.
Wow.
Ruined it.
RECKTT.
Just fuck my white t-shirt up, fam. That sounds like a porn website.
Yep.
Fuckmywhitetshirt.com. Like, this is a peculiar fetish.
Yes. I'm reading in a newspaper article that my former self, Andrew, was a former woman, and at a all women's wet t-shirt contest, which is only for lesbians apparently, he accidentally got a little bit of girl pride all over his shirt, wrecked it for the rest of its existence. It didn't even look like it wasn't even white anymore. It was teal.
And I have to say, if a hot chick is wearing a white shirt and she's screaming, "Dump that water on me," and you cover her in cold water,
Yes.
that you're doing the work of God himself.
Yes. Wow.
Wow. And I think that's the show.
I think so.
I think it's time for Dr. Sir Paul Thatchulus to take us home.
What a timeless human.
Everyone, please be
Sentient
sober.
God being.
God being. To take us home from this funeral, thank you all for listening to the show. Next week we'll have another Brother Shane and 10th Prestige Level 37 Umplar.
Yeah.
Oompa? Yes.
Orlogov.
Orlogov, that was it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with the church.
Yep.
You know, I'm of the old gods.
That's fine.
And, next week we got Prophet Talk episode 2.
Yeah.
So, to take us home, Dr. Sir Paul Thatchulus the 4th.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Dr. Sir Paul Thatchulus IV. First of all, I told you they'd be back in a few months, and I totally lied. But remember, buy 1 Model T, get some pussy. Buy 10 Model Ts, get some mad dank lots and a whole bunch, a whole lot of pussy. That's it for this week on Drew and Shane 2.0 and 2.08. Not worth it. Season 2, Episode 1.
Wow, thank you for being such a southern gentleman. And we'll see you all next week.